What's going on, folks? Welcome back to Michigan Great Outdoors. Today I wanted to make a really quick video, just an update video on the Lone Wolf Custom Gear Side Kick. Now this is the Gen 2 model. It's already come out, not long ago in the summer of 2021. We had the Gen 1 Side Kick, which a lot of people really liked. Some people didn't, and I'll kind of explain why as we get into the video. But this is the Generation 2 already. They're trying to make it a little bit more robust, fit more bow models, and make more people happy. So right off the rip, you're going to see that it is a little bit longer. So length is about a 1/4 inch longer. They have actually changed the design here. So you can see it's got an angular cutout now, which allows the bow to slide in and out much easier. I think that was a good design change there. And unfortunately for me on my bow, I ended up, these ribs here on the side, I ended up 1 rib short. So my Hoyt Axius Ultra, it almost doesn't really fit with the supplied O-rings. Now I'm in a situation where I kind of have to run this, me personally, for my bow. I have to run it without the O-rings. That is a little bit of a trade-off for me personally. I have a Hoyt Axius Ultra, which is it's a split limb design, but it's a very wide split limb. The nice thing about what they are doing now is right off the rip, they are sending you the Side Kick with 4 spacers. So, some bows like Hoyt's, they have really parallel limbs. You need to have 3 or 4 spacers versus maybe like a PSE or even a Prime that maybe not have as much, parallel limbs. You can get away with not having as many spacers. So I think a Matthews bows, they're getting like 2 or 3 spacers is perfect for them. Hoyt with 4 spacers, it fits really well. It's the same basic principle of design. It's the same shape. Everything's basically the same. It's just a 1/4 inch longer from what I gather, and they just changed this cutout design here. The Side Kick is still a very lightweight bow holder. It comes in at 0.28 on my scale, so basically weighs nothing. You're never going to kind of notice it on your back if you're carrying your stand in. It does mount perfectly to the 0.5, the 2.0, the 1.0. It uses a series of washers, and then you have a crush washer in here that kind of, you bend it around one of the posts and it locks it in. One of the really nice things about the Side Kick is basically you have these hooks on either side, and so when you're in your tree stand, you don't have to deploy it until you actually get in the stand. You just reach down, use your foot, and you can hook on one of these hooks and deploy the Side Kick. So as far as functionality, it works really well still. Being able to slide it out of the way versus like a third hand, which is always sticking out, and it's, obviously catching on brush and stuff like that when you're walking in. This will slide out of the way. You can move it out of the way and then deploy it when you're in the tree. So one of the really nice things that they provide this time when you order, like I said, you get 4 of the spacers, and then it comes with 3 different bolts. So you can actually replace these 2 bolts. So if you're only using 2 spacers, you can use a shorter bolt so you don't have a bunch of extra threads sticking out here. And you can also replace this bolt too. So it comes in a kit which has everything, and then it comes with 4 O-rings. The O-rings are nice. I really like the O-rings on the first model. I wish they would put more O-rings in the bag, because it's bound to determine if you hunt like I do, you're hunting a lot of marsh or swamp areas. This, even though it is tucked into the stand, it will still grab on stuff, and I lost an O-ring last year. And really on the first gen model, once I lost that O-ring, I was so tight in here, I actually just kind of lost confidence in here. So it'd be nice for them to be able to throw in a few more O-rings. I know if you contact them, they will happily ship you more. It just seems like it would make better financial sense if they would just send you, maybe 8 O-rings to begin with. So I'm outside right now. I was just kind of banging on it, hitting it. And it's pretty solid in there. It's not going anywhere. You would have to just really smack the hell out of it, I think, to get it to pop out. And that's without the rubber O-rings. So I took the rubber O-rings off, and they're not even on there now. So unfortunately, the way I have to run it now is I can't really use those rubber O-rings, which before I kind of used those to kind of hold the bow in. So a little bit of a drawback, but I think it's still perfect. Still gonna work for sure. So like I said, just a really quick update video. I wanted to show you some of the differences on the Side Kick. It still costs $49.99. I think it's a good product. I know some guys are using J-hooks to attach it, so that might be a good option for you. I haven't tried that yet. Maybe I should experiment with that. But again, I think it's a good product. You know, if you are on public land and you can't use a screw-in, and maybe you don't like, say, a Genesis 3D hanger, which hangs behind you on the tree, you know, saddle type hanger, if you don't like those, I think this is a really good option, and I like the improvements that they made. I actually intend to run this year, and I'm going to put some, I think I might put either stealth strips or Slayer tape on here, and I'm going to doll it up a little bit. So maybe that'll be another short little video that I'll do, kind of like a sidekick mod video. So like I said, I just wanted to make a quick update video. I don't want to take too much of your time. You know, make sure you guys subscribe down below. I have a lot of awesome videos coming up this year. You know, I'm kind of getting over my winter lull, starting to press into spring where I start pumping out a lot more videos. So stay tuned, stick with us. There's going to be a lot of cool things coming up, and hope you guys have a good one. Peace.